All right. What's up? This is At the End of the Day podcast. I am your host, Zeno. I'm here with my guys as always, man. Fellas, what y'all been up to? Talk to me, man. Catch me up, man.
Man, well, you know me, Chuck, Mo City or No City. You know
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just staying out the way, just trying to expand my portfolio. You know what I'm saying? Still out here in these streets trying to be, active on the comedy side.
Yes, sir.
Getting my body right. AZ Fitness, by the way.
A to Z Fitness, come holler at your boy.
Going down. And, just keeping the main thing. Ain't too much change.
That's
cooler.
That's what's up. Just D.
And just Damon here. Just moving through life, man. I just got back from Arizona last week.
I was
hanging
there.
out with our mutual partner, my mentor in training.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ted, shout out to Ted, man.
Man, you put me in the desert or you put me in the Caribbean, I'm good.
You liked it out there?
Shit, love it.
I heard it's beautiful out there, bro. I heard it's beautiful. I got to check it out. I told my my partner, man, I was like, hey, man, next away game we go for my Niners next year. I want either Seattle or Arizona. I want to go check out those two spots I ain't never been. So that's what's up. Mr. Marcus.
Hey, man, I'm just taking care of myself, taking care of my temple. At 20 months, no alcohol. Was in a fitness competition. Didn't get first place, but I'm always just trying to get better.
Hey, bro, you always in first place when you just enter the competition, bro. You always in first place. Like, I think doing those competitions, it's really just you versus you, right? I know that sounds cliche, but it is, but it's tough getting on that stage, man. Yeah. A lot of people don't have that guts. So I want to tell you, you first place here at the End of the Day podcast, man.
Thanks, man.
You know what I'm saying? Always, bro. But what else you been having going on, man?
Man, spending a lot of time with my daughters, trying to make sure that
Shout
they
out to
are
the twins.
Black women that's gonna hold it down and hold their men down in the future. So, man, just listening to them, being there for them, and trying to get some straight A's in school. Meeting the teachers.
Come on, baby.
Being that present daddy,
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Tommy Tom, man. What's up, baby?
Man, nothing much, man. Herm Clark stand up.
Herm Clark stand
family,
up.
Always.
You know what I'm saying?
Just been, always grinding, always at it.
Yeah.
Just trying to take care of this family, providing all that. That's all. Take care of business.
The business is the business.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? The business is the business. That's what's up, man. Me personally, I just been chilling, man. The segue into our first topic is football season. Like I said, this is the most wonderful time of the year. I'm not gonna sing it, but you know the song. And I want to talk to you guys. Like, what y'all been on, man? How y'all feel about y'all teams? One at a time. One at a time. You know what I'm saying? How y'all feeling about y'all team? How y'all feeling about y'all squad? Where y'all at? I'm gonna start at the end. I'm gonna start at the end because I thought he need to get it out. Just get it out.
Hey, man, I see. Man, I think fundamentals.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at, like, little things. We sucking at the little things.
Hold on. Tell us who your team is, because everybody might not know.
I mean,
they might just be tuning in.
If y'all true fans of, at the end of the day, podcast, then y'all probably noticed the Raven shirts and all the gear on.
So the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes, the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
And, like I said, just little things are killing us. Little things. Not in alignment properly. I think we got a problem with alignment. That's why they're able to piece us up in the middle so much. They just put the ball in the middle spot every time. It's always in the middle.
Whether it's catching or running up the middle, they.
Man, the running they can stop for the most part. I know this past game we was out, but I ain't trying to make no excuse. We was down some, linemen and stuff, but usually they can stop the run. But then just really just them little deep threats, like in the middle, always in the middle. It's always, and it look like it's just alignment. Now, I'm gonna say this, Marlon. I was watching the film on Marlon. Marlon was just getting beat by St. Brown, man on man.
St. Brown
was tearing him up.
Yeah.
Next, I'm looking at them Henry fumbles. The ball ain't even high and tight. It's not high and tight.
He just loosey-goosey.
Just look at it. It's not high and tight. Just like I said, simple fundamental football, and I think it's just killing us.
Yeah. Marcus, man. I mean, I know you got a main in the side.
That's it. Got a main in the side.
How's your teams doing? You know what I'm saying?
Of course, I'm always first Houston Oilers, but since they're no longer here, That's the Saints and the Texans. Where I'm from and where I'm at.
Yeah.
From Louisiana, and I'm here. It's pure emotion. There ain't no skill in it. It's pure.
Can't buy a win.
Both of my teams are
Winless.
0-3 winless. So I'm gonna stick beside them. Okay. But man, I saw that movie Him this weekend, and it's all about the football and CTE, and man, it's just making me like how all these millionaires and then the disdain for black bodies. I'm like, man, I probably need to stop watching it, but I'm torn because
Stop watching football?
Yeah, been torn, you know. And then when I did go to the game, when they made everybody stand up for to show respect for the person who was killed, Charlie Kirk, and I was like, wow. When we couldn't get everybody to come together, when Kaepernick was talking about black people being killed, and it was just kind of.
That was at the Saints game?
Yeah, at the Saints game, they had a moment of silence and asked everybody to stand up.
I must well getting a drink at that time.
Yeah, I don't even stand up there. I'm just saying. No, I'm just keeping it playing.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm
okay. Okay, go. Yeah. I got you. Hey, well, my team is doing pretty good right now. You know, look, let me say this right now, man. The national disrespect for my team for being 3-0 and how we getting looked at like in the national media. I feel like it's a slap in the face. You know, they don't really mention us in the top teams and in the top 10 teams in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So we still got a chip on our shoulders. The 49ers, we still got some stuff to prove, but you know, just look out for us, man. We're young and coming, and I think this team is like, you know, I know it's cliche to say once again, but I think this team is gonna be, as the year progresses, it's gonna be a totally different team. So y'all watch out for my Niners, man.
Yeah, that's a big surprise. I wasn't expecting y'all to
I know.
looking that good.
I know. Yeah, I know.
It's still
ain't no secret. Ain't no secret who your team is.
Hey, it is what it is. We took our little L from y'all, man. Overall, you know, I definitely think they need to. I don't like. This is one thing. It's across the board. You talking about fundamentals. Our fundamentals in tackling. I mean, I saw multiple on the other side of the ball when we were driving yesterday. I saw multiple plays where these guys are coming up, just throwing their shoulder, leaving their feet, doing all this bullshit for the knockout blow. I'm like, this motherfucker is running full speed at you, and he got you probably about 30 pounds. You're not gonna knock him down just throwing your body. You a corner.
You gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Wrap up, because when they didn't, shit, that's another 5-10 yards, and that's just across that's league wide. But honestly, man, it's just we're putting it together.
Okay.
we would take. Normally we starting off, you know, on the struggle bus. You know, but the new cat coming in, I didn't have much faith in the quarterback because I didn't know much because he was in a different market.
Yeah.
You know, for his first years in the league. So honestly, hey, one game at a time, and hey, we just keep it rolling like that.
Okay. Y'all looking good over there, 3-1, man. I feel like y'all are definitely a threat. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Seahawks. Chuck, man, you want to say anything?
It's like the movie Groundhog Day, bro. Some things will never change. It's just the way it is.
Man.
You want some vodka?
Keep your head.
It's too early.
That boy sound like Tupac over there.
Nobody's even concerned, man. Fuck them niggas. I gotta say that.
You can still
trade away the best player on our defense. I don't give a damn what he look like in the playoffs. Look at the regular season. What do any of them look like in the playoffs? God damn it!
You got a point.
How do you get to the
Dak
playoffs?
ain't Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
CD damn sure ain't Michael. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, get healthy though, brother. I mean, we rooting for you. I don't want to see you down bad like that, man. But it's just the same thing every year, bro. It's hard to be a fan of a team where you have expectations, but you know what the ceiling is. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a damn what you done a long time ago. We speaking on now. You know what I'm talking about? So watching these boys just go out there, and I mean, we beat the Giants. Whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we beat the Giants. Like, cool. And I don't even like using young nigga slang, but it was only appropriate. It was only right. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because we know we're not going to win the division. So with that being said, we can only get in the wild card. Now the NFC is pumping right now, man. So maybe we might have a shot in the dark outside looking in. As a fan, I try to be optimistic, but I can only call it how I see it right now. Right now, we have a clear path to 8 and 9.
And that's
That's
fair.
what I see.
And that's fair. And that's fair because Vegas said y'all gonna be 7 and 11, or 7 and 10, or something like that.
Store?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Damn.
No, but hey, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate, Chuck. But let me ask you guys.
Y'all will be there as the season progresses.
That's what they told me. That's what they told me. That's what
Unless Mac Jones continue to,
man, Brock Purdy playing this week. He playing this
Oh,
week.
y'all going back to old Brock? Huh?
Yeah.
I like Brock.
That's
Yeah.
the franchise
We
quarterback,
paid him
I
too.
believe.
We paid him like that. He had to come back, man.
I mean, y'all division not no slouches this year. 'Cause
No.
if Sam Darnold continue to be Sam Darnold, and we know what the Rams possess.
We're gonna see. We play them Thursday night.
This ain't woke up.
We play the Rams Thursday night. This coming up Thursday night. So we're gonna see. We on the road, but that's our stadium. I like to call it Santa Clara.
I mean, y'all almost lost against Sonic.
We done almost lost to every team. We done almost lost to every team we played. But that's not the point. We not in hypotheticals and shoulda, wouldas, could. The verdict is still out, fellas. Okay, the verdict is still out right now. I'm on my high horse. I'm on my high horse. Who knows what next episode holds?
Right.
I might be over there like Chuck. You know what I'm saying? Very cautious with my words.
This is not just blowing leads left and right.
They doing something they haven't done. They've been closing games, so I'm proud of the game, man. But outside of San Francisco, who's y'all biggest surprise in the league? Who's y'all biggest surprise?
Chargers.
Chargers didn't surprise me. Not me.
Chargers is kind of like about goddamn time because you always saw the talent and the way they hype up old. But I mean, I'm not saying he's not good, but with the expectations and the contract and everything that is, if you're a player of this caliber, you need to do this. But I am surprised at the Ravens being 1-2 though. When you easily watch both games and they should be 3-0. That's the one I am surprised.
But you've been noticing
them and Kansas City, and the fact that both of them, somebody gonna be 1-3 at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna be 1-3.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I got the Colts. The Colts is. I'm really shocked by
They've been
Danny Dimes and
Their quarterback was the surprise.
He Indiana Jones now. He
Indiana Jones.
Yes, he Indiana Jones now.
It's a reincarnation.
Yeah,
This is the new him. He's transformed.
Danny Dimes was looking like a couple of nickels out there sometimes. I ain't worried. I don't like that.
Hey, a change of scenario is always good.
Been a great addition in Indianapolis. I ain't gonna lie.
You think so?
She'll put like this. I know Anthony Richardson gonna be real comfortable. Look, he ain't gonna have no excuse not to know the offense next year. You ain't got nothing to study that iPad, nigga. You ain't getting back on the field. You ain't getting back on the field.
I feel like the coach was gonna be something. I just always question what was that quarterback play gonna be like. So
Okay.
that answered the question. So that was a surprise.
What about you, Mark? Who's the biggest surprise to you?
Them Bills, man.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised they were looking that good.
Yeah, they look real dominant.
Yeah.
They look real dominant. I mean, obviously the teams they played ain't been that great, but they've been winning the way you think a champion supposed to win. Right. You know what I'm saying? Who's your biggest disappointment?
Team I root for, man.
What team is that?
Because everybody don't know. It could be some first time viewers, Chuck. We growing. We growing, Chuck. Hold on. First thing, subscribe and like. Subscribe and like, man. Hey, y'all really been showing up for us, man. Like I say, the channel is growing. Subscribe and like and comment, man. I just want to say that. But Chuck, getting back to you.
The Irvin Cowboys. Y'all not Dallas Cowboys till y'all above 500. You are not Dallas Cowboys until you're above 500. Until y'all above 500, y'all the Irvin Cowboys.
The Irvin Cowboys.
And not Michael neither. You know what I'm saying? Because that's Irvin with a G. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's who you niggas is, bro.
Okay. D, who's your biggest disappointment this year so far?
Shit. I ain't even been no fan of them, but I'm a fan of black quarterbacks and black coaches. Shit, right here.
Houston.
Hey,
Yeah.
I
think
was
so.
definitely surprised at this shit show that's going on.
I definitely, I totally agree with that as well. What about you, Marcus?
Saints.
Saints?
Yeah.
That's
Marcus,
a
why
surprise.
are you disappointed?
Y'all got the
Why, hold on, Marcus. Why are you disappointed? What?
It looked like they were replacing Rattler, right?
They did? They replaced him with the rookie? Okay. Rattler ain't do too
it
bad.
ain't
Y'all just
Rattler
need some
fault,
weapons,
man.
bro.
The whole organization.
That's
They should have kept Jameis Winston. Looking back at it,
Damn.
not even.
I agree.
Nah,
with
look,
you.
I'm just saying.
I think so.
It would have been some exciting. You would have had 30
Yeah.
touchdowns and 30 interceptions. But, hey, you know what I'm saying? Look, it would have gave you something to look forward to, one way or another.
Tom, who's your biggest disappointment, man?
Man, I wanted to say Texans, but I guess Aaron Rodgers being at the Steelers right now. It's
Really?
Yeah,
They 2-1.
Yeah, I know, but it's still
It's
weird. It's still weird.
It's beef. It's beef.
It's just
Okay.
weird.
Okay. All right. They got a big matchup with Minnesota this weekend overseas. So looking forward to that, man. Well, fellas, we definitely looking forward to a good football Sunday. As every Sunday, I feel like this season is a good Sunday. But moving on and moving forward to the next topic, man. This is kind of crazy. Like I don't think I've ever been in this situation, had this kind of situation in the city. But and I'm gonna say this in a question form: is there a serial killer in Houston? Reportedly, they found the sixth body in the last 2 weeks here in Buffalo Bayou here, and it's been 12 in the whole year. It's been 12 the whole year. So I mean, the police and the mayor is saying that six in the last 2 weeks, but it's been 12 the whole year. 15 on the year? Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that fact check. The mayor, the police chief, he's saying it's not a serial killer. These deaths are related. What do y'all think, fellas? What do y'all think? I mean, is where there's smoke, there's fire?
Well, me being a Law and Order fan, and
Come on.
with my expertise,
What's up, detective? What you got?
I don't really know if there's any connection with the 15 bodies that have been found. So to say that there's a serial killer, I think we kind of jumping the guns. For right now, it just looked like, and that's unfortunate too. Just on a serious note, it just looked like it's just looking like a dumping ground. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good neither.
Yeah.
So unless I hear like, if it was like 15 women or 15 brunettes or 15 black people or 15, something that has some sort of like pattern, because that's usually what serial killers go by. It's some sort of pattern or some sort of things that connect. And right now, far as I've heard, ain't none of these victims got no connection towards each other. Everybody just seemed random. So you probably got multiple cases. And now that they know, oh shit, we just dumped the body in the bayou.
But they're not giving us the details. They're not giving us all the details.
And that's why I'm not jumping to conclusion. Now, if they was to come out and say, because don't nobody in the city want a serial killer. They don't want nobody to be just running around rampant. So before you release that kind of information, you need to have all your ducks in a row and be sure from what it looks like. Just for right now, with the limited information we do have, they really just starting to they just discovering bodies there, unfortunately, and it's just some sick individuals out here. Now you just using it, and it looked like it's just being used as a dumping ground for right now. I mean, from a human standpoint, I hope it stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And prayers for the victims. You know what I'm saying?
Victims and their families.
That's really all I got to say about that with the information we got. I don't want to get too far ahead and just make assumptions.
Yeah. D, what you think about it, man?
I think the term serial killer is not valid. Because you think about today's time, it's cameras damn near everywhere. And anybody that gets snatched up by a single person, it's going to be a hell of a fight. This is more than one person at a time, in my opinion. because you got to move quickly. And those victims from U of A, those are young, vibrant, those are young women.
Yeah.
And from what I saw, the sister, she looked like she was, pretty, put together well. So like I said, that's a handful. That's a handful of sister from the South, and you think you're just gonna snatch it without a fight.
Yeah.
So it's, in my opinion, is more than one person.
Well, with that, the first young lady from U of H, they said that the police straight up ruled out that there was no signs of foul play. You know what I'm saying?
So how long was she in that water? You got to remember all the factors that come into play when you're getting dumping a body into a bayou with all kinds of elemental factors. You got animals and other shit that, so it's going to be a lot of, and that body's going to swell. You remember Katrina? You remember the stories with stuff like that? So it's more than one person doing it, in my opinion.
Okay.
And again, it's sad for the families that have succumbed to this shit because it's just evil out here. And as I've told you before, I don't mind being evil put on Front Street and take them out.
Yeah.
So fuck them.
Shout out to that. You know what I'm saying? But Marcus, how you feel about it, bro? You find out, especially these young black ladies, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You being a father, how does this hit you? What do you think when you hear these stories?
Man, I'm always keep your head on a swivel. Never get too comfortable. Watch your surroundings, and don't trust anybody. And I tell my daughters, like I tell my friends, like I tell people, people that are close, don't even carry yourself or dress in certain ways that strike up an appetite in sick people or people in general.
Predator versus prey kind of mentality.
You always got to be mindful of that thing. And I get people like, I
that's
should be able to do
that's
how
a tough
I want
side.
to.
That's what I was just about to say. That's always a segue to another topic. My body, my choice, and just because I wear this and do this, it does not give that person. It's always wrong. But like you're saying, we got to put ourselves in the best scenario. Unfortunately, everybody ain't good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I understand what you're saying, but I know some people might hear that and might say, "Oh, you can't tell me what I need to wear," and because of whatever I wear, because that's been an age-old topic in the podcast industry about that.
You know the best response to that?
What's that?
You can't tell me what to do. Okay.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Big facts.
I'm reading that book. Like I said, let them. I put it out there. It's off of me now, and I've told you, and now you let them do it, and don't stress about it. But I put it out there, and keep your head on the swivel.
Keep your head on the swivel, young ladies. But for real, man. Tom, man, talk to me, man. How you feel about that, bro?
I say, man, just protect yourself. Like you say, head on the swivel, mace, gun, knife, bat. I don't know, stick, whatever you need. Just protect yourself. Look out for your folks. I gotta keep them locations on or whatever you need to do, man. Communicate. You got somebody you can trust. That's where I'm going. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't go alone.
Yeah, don't go alone. Or at least let somebody know where you at.
Yeah. No, I totally agree, man. Well, this is going to be an ongoing investigation, and we're definitely going to see where it leads to. I hope it's not a serial killer. I hope that this problem gets resolved and it stops. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just not a good morale for the city, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes people not want to do anything or go anywhere when you don't know what's going on. So definitely be safe. I hope, like I said, I hope this situation gets resolved and we figure out what's going on and why all these bodies are just showing up in this bayou. But just to piggyback on that, man, this isn't a recent story. This has been a story that's kind of happened early in the month. And I definitely want to touch bases on it. We know that Charlie Kirk was assassinated, and it was a lot of reaction. It was a lot of backlash. It was a lot of dispute in this situation. I wanted to ask you guys, because they want to hear what we got to say at the end of the day podcast, what we got to say about the whole situation. I'm going to actually start this off first. I'm going to start it off first and say my piece about the situation, and it is what it is. I knew a little bit of Charlie Kirk. I'm not going to sit here and say that I was a fan. There was certain things that he said that maybe I agree with, and there were certain things that I strongly disagree with that he said. But I'm just of the notion to where most of anybody, especially when I see in the social media aspect of it, I'm not going to agree with everybody. I'm not going to agree with everybody what they say. So, you know what I'm saying? If I disagree with you, I'm not going to take it as serious as somebody might take it. So, seeing that he had got killed and assassinated and seeing the brutality in it, man, it was sad. I'm not going to sit here and say that, he is somebody that should be honored. I mean, he's just a person that kind of came up in the social media field and had a opinion that made people click and want to be interested in. Like I say, it's crazy because so many people can see social media, man, so many people can get a platform and they can say some things and we don't know if they got any background, any credibility, or, you know what I'm saying, they're experts in the situation. One thing I found out when I was researching a little bit about him is this guy wasn't even a college graduate. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people looked at him and said he was a, academic or whatnot. So it's just crazy to me to see that how people can get on, platforms and say things so strongly and they ain't really got the accolade, the expertise to even be speaking on what he's speaking on. Do I think that that's a reason for that man to be killed? No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. I do believe in karma. I do believe that words are strong and what you put out there, you can't take it back. You know what I'm saying? And so unfortunately, the person that killed him felt a certain way about what he said and what he spewed out. But I'm gonna sit here and say this. I totally disagree with people like applauding his death. I don't. I'm from the old school where my mama said, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't gonna be a person to applaud it. I really feel like that was distasteful. I'm a type of person that respects the dead. So even if you don't like them or whatnot, it's like that's not a thing to clown. Death is not a thing to clown about in my book, and that's just my opinion on it. And people can feel however they feel, but I just wanted to get that out and just say that's how I felt about the situation. It didn't break me, it didn't hold me. I was just looking at the humanity in it. I'm just saying how people was acting and some people was justifiable and they right on how they felt. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with if you felt like this man was a hateful person or he was a racial person. If you feel like that, nah, I'm not hating on that one bit. But I still say that in death, you shouldn't be celebrating, especially when it was something that was tragic like this. And I say, it's not for me to say what a person deserves in death, and that's really how I felt about the situation. Who want to chime in?
Well, I ain't got no job that really give a fuck about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just be honest, like I didn't even know who the fuck he was.
Okay.
When he got shot, but then. When the old clip started surfacing, I was like, oh, yeah, that's the white dude that go to the college campuses and let the kids, get their shit off. You feel me? Which I thought was, it's cool if you gonna be a type of motherfucker that talk that type of shit, let a motherfucker challenge you on your ideas. So, and now whether I agree with everything or not, man, hell no. I didn't, like I said, I really just didn't care. And that's why it was a lot of fake outrage to me because it looked like, let's just be real with my people. And I don't have a problem one way or another, but I can tell with some of my partners, it really wasn't the fact that y'all cared about what he said. These niggas I know personally. Yeah. This was y'all excuse to just get off on white people like y'all wanted to. You know what I'm saying? And just keep it real. That's what you really wanted to do. You really wanted to get off your feelings on how you feel about certain white people. And Charlie Kirk was basically like the perfect
poster child.
Poster child was like,
at that moment.
I'm going to use him to how I really feel about all these, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So when he got shot, I was like, damn, that's fucked up. But then when you kind of heard what he said, you was like, he ain't nobody I really applaud or he really ain't nobody I give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's unfortunate it happened that he deserved to die just because of the shit he talked. I mean, I wouldn't have shot him, but apparently somebody did, and it wasn't even a brother that shot him. It was somebody that looked like him. So that's the other irony. Like, black people, why do y'all even care? You know what I'm saying? This what they got going on. But even with that being said, Do I disagree with everything he said? But he always trying to make stuff racial. He's talking about if he saw a black pilot, he would feel unsafe. I said, look, we all use race in certain situations. When I walk in the barbershop and I see the white barber, I'm going to ask some questions. You know what I'm saying?
Is he a DEI hire?
I got to see you do 5 to 10 haircuts before I consider sitting in this chair. And I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep it a buck. You're not going to question the Mexican landscaper. You're going to know he knows. You're going to know he knows what he's doing. You know? Matter of fact, I forgot to put the mailbox in. I forgot to put the money in the mailbox for Pedro before I left.
Damn.
Because that's mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because look, properly every Friday cut that grass. You know what I'm saying? So just on a serious note, man. Look, what happened? Really, it could happen to anybody that express how they feel. Whether it's our own that stood up for what we believed in. They was assassinated. Whether you speak in hate, so you speak love, you can get killed. You speak divisiveness, you can get killed. You speak up for civil rights, you can get killed. So basically, what this tells me is, do y'all really give a damn about freedom of speech, or do y'all really care about the speech that y'all want to hear? Because we've had some great people with some great ideas that also got shot. So this is the only thing I will say. While some of y'all campaigning about who deserve what, who this, who that, remember, some of our best people, they wasn't spewing hate and they still got killed. So my thing is, whatever you say, just stand on it, believe in it. The chips gonna fall where they may, and wherever you go, hopefully it's the place upstairs and you meet the man, because at the end of the day, that's the only one that you really got to answer to. So I'm not here to, dance on that man's grave anymore, like I said, because I really didn't know who he was. So now that I know who he was, I'm not just going to act like just to spew this venom on him that I really never had to begin with.
No.
It's fucked up. Somebody didn't like what you said. Oh, well, it is what it is. Now, I pray for your family and children, because, anybody growing up without their provider or father, me not having my father no more, so, I take that. I empathize with that part.
Yeah.
But anything else, I'm not finna be all on my fake outrage like I really gave a damn.
Okay. D, just Damon. Talk to me, man.
I'm gonna take the moment to actually say something happened last night at my job, and I'm gonna give this time to a good black man who yesterday died doing his job. Older brother named Doc, where I've been working since I've been married. At night, this cat, every night, he's been working there 25 years. As of the week before I left out of town, we were talking, and he's always been a bright light in a place, nothing but, it's a lot of negativity at what I do.
Yeah.
But that cat, whenever I saw him, hey, it's a great day to be alive. Doc, God bless him. God bless his family. He died doing his job.
Oh, wow.
But the thing I'll say is that's just another light that was around me that I'm about to miss.
Yeah.
And it was a good black man, and he was due to retire next year.
Wow. Wow.
So that death, it kind of hit me because I'm driving, doing what I'm doing, and I see his vehicle, and I don't see him. And everybody being real quiet about it, but his vehicle was being towed in. And then when I asked, I said, hey, where's Doc? Until one of my coworkers who was around there, he was like, hey, let me put you aside. The manager don't want nobody. I'm like, just tell me, I'm grown. But when he said what he said, and I was just like, So, salute to Doc.
Salute to Doc.
God bless him and his family.
Oh, really?
A good black man. And when it comes to this, I told you I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to keep my promise. I hate that cat had the same name as my mama, Charlie. I can't say something about nothing.
Okay. Hey, there you have it. There you have it. Mr. Marcus, man.
Man, I remember when I gave my first speech in Toastmasters, and it was about how you want to be remembered. What do you want on your tombstone? The legacy you wanted to leave. And I try my best every day how I want to be remembered. And I'm like Chuck, I never even heard of the cat. When they were showing pictures, talking about him, it didn't affect my life. It didn't affect my money, my family. But as I started researching, I didn't like what I saw. And I heard him say some things about black women. Yeah. Now, I'm going to talk about black women sometimes myself, but I love me a black woman. I'm going to marry one.
Amen.
I'm raising them.
Yeah.
And when you saying things like they're a DEI hire or they don't deserve to be here or the way that they're mind, yeah. Come on now. Like, we have to, the men and the women, for us to even be a pilot, we have to be better than the best.
Yeah.
So you should be like, okay, I know they're not just letting anybody, and I know they're not letting a black man or a black woman just walk in to a
fly plane.
He just got through driving Uber.
Right. And I'm thinking like we're the ones that are actually getting into some of these schools that they didn't want and getting the highest grades.
Yeah.
Yet you're coming to talk about and
he
debate.
did say some insulting things about Ivy League graduate women, assaulting their intelligence. I know Michelle Obama was one person, and then when I researched and I was like, dude, you ain't even graduate. He just did one semester of college.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? So when you, that's a bit brash.
I think sometimes when people say stuff, I know that they talk about free speech and things. Like if I would have said, man, I know y'all thought Tupac died, but I was hanging out with him last week. Y'all shouldn't let me be on the podcast at all if I'm talking some stupid stuff like that. So if somebody's saying some stuff that really don't make any sense, why are you calling it a debate? Like if we're debating something like, okay, let's raising our children about spanking them or not spanking them. That's a debate because you love your kids, I love my kids. But the stuff that he was saying about certain people, groups of people, he didn't even care about or love or had any empathy. What did he say? Something about
and the thing
not having it. He think that's people's weakness.
But see that and see that's a problem with a lot of people, and that's a problem with a lot of people in social media. They're giving expertise advice about something that they know nothing about. Like he has no experience with black people. He really had no experience or know any black women. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how are you sitting here trying to say that you the expertise on what's the problem for the black culture? You know what I'm saying? So I was a little offended by a lot of certain things he said, but like I say, I take words with a grain of salt, as long as you on the fake, like you say, my family, put your hands on me, put your hands on my family, hurt my family. We can agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got to support you.
I'm always going to care about the least of me. I don't care if I'm a millionaire. People are like, oh man, Trump's values follow what you make. I'm thinking about people who don't have. So I'm going to always be looking out for the people who are shunned against and oppressed and hurt the most. Even they vote against their values. I'm like, they'll say one thing and vote against it. Like, be real. I care about people, and I know where my family comes from, and I know people that are struggling out there. So I'm going to always, somehow, some way, look out, pull them up, because I know that I'm blessed to be where I am. And there was one more thing I wanted to say on that is, gosh, what was it? Okay, we talked about the DEI. We talked about the
How about he thought that black people didn't deserve this 1964 civil rights movement?
Right. And
he
said Martin Luther King shouldn't be celebrated.
What I did find out a little bit from what I did find out from the research is that there's this rich man who was like in his 70s, a billionaire, that funded him money, like $4.7 million to start the organization and to do this. So he had a sponsor.
He a puppet, bro.
Right.
He a puppet.
So I feel sorry for all these people who are being used. Sometimes I feel like our president is a puppet. There are some people behind the scenes. I know that this one person is not doing all of this. There are people who, the powers that be, that want it a certain way,
The
so they're
elites.
they're using him to push all this agenda. So I just hate that I'm walking up. I had a teacher who told me in college, don't walk around with the big O, being oblivious to things around you and people around you. I mean, now it's like people are out and you're able to see how they're really thinking, how they're really moving. So that's giving me a way to always be prepared, always not trusting and looking and see if people are worth the salt that they are. And I just saw a lot of people acting like in Django, what's Samuel Jackson character? I saw a lot of people doing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm go ahead.
Who is that? Oh, that name.
Tom, what you got, Tom? What you got?
I know when I first even just seen or heard of the dude, like kind of like what y'all was saying, like clickbait. That's how I kind of just depicted him. Like I just thought, honestly, I didn't even think like after the whole incident of his death. Like I even had like clients texting me like stuff on them and stuff like that. Like they really was hurt about it and stuff like that. So it was weird, you know. It just caught me off guard. I'm like, okay. And then
Who the fuck is
but then I had another lady. I had another lady come out of nowhere when it happened too. Was just like, oh, do you feel bad for your master or something like that? And this was a black lady asking me some stuff like that. And I'm like, whoa, kind of like what you saying. Like, you know, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing, you know, at all. So I'm getting all this different stuff, but like when I first seen the dude, I ain't really follow or just thought much of it at all. You know, I just thought I really thought he was trying to be like a comedian with the stuff or something like that. I thought he was trying to joke around with it or something, like just going around college campuses, asking people questions and stuff like that. But
You thought it was a parody.
that's what I thought. I didn't think it was. Then I'm hearing it out breaking news. I'm like, oh God, he was big. Okay, that's how I took it. You know, I'm like, but like I said, nobody deserves. We all know death is bad. You know, everybody knows it's negative. Nobody want to get killed or anything like that. So I ain't gonna say nothing bad about that. But you know, that's what I just thought. I ain't think much of it. You know, on that part. You know, but yeah, I ain't got nothing bad to say. That's it.
What you gonna say, Chuck?
When he brought up Martin Luther King, fool, like
That struck a
it
nerve.
always strike a nerve with me, fool, because Charlie Kirk said it, but the older I'm getting, I'm starting to realize a lot of more niggas started to get too comfortable acting like Martin Luther King wasn't really out there, bro. And that just sit with it, because everybody always talking about, I want to be more like Malcolm than Martin. I said, man, bitch ass nigga, you ain't never asked your boss for a raise, nigga, and you been at your job for 10 years. What make you think you got the heart to even be a Malcolm X, dog? A lot of y'all niggas like talking that shit, but Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, once Martin, you notice, it, like I told you earlier, it don't matter what you are. Once Malcolm started to open his eyes and peep what was going, I got some Muslim partners. I ain't gonna go into some of them details, but we all know what's understood ain't gotta be explained. So I will say this. Once he started to see certain things, that's when he got took it out. Once Martin got to peep what he was doing was basically like, it don't matter what I do, y'all still gonna feel the way y'all feel about me anyway, so I might as well try to get what's mine. We're gonna take you out still. So both of them brothers was still very impactful, man. So I'm one of them black men. I don't tolerate no Martin Luther King disrespect in no way, shape, or form. Because y'all always talk about how soft he was, but the nigga jail record longer than yours. The nigga wasn't afraid to get out there.
Right.
I mean, the only thing I disagree with him about is, marching in 100-degree weather. I couldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying?
In a suit.
I would have had to. I could have, wrote on a newsletter or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna be out there. Look, I can admit I wasn't trying to be out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it just to your point, Dan, it just pisses me off when niggas take our real leaders, not the Umar Johnson ass niggas, niggas out here just talking. I'm sorry.
Cash out.
We gave you 15 years. We gave you 15 years, bro. I was with you for the first 5 or 10. Shit happened. Maybe they making it hard because he a black man, but nah, the jig is up.
The jig is up.
So just to close, I'm just one of them black men. As long as I live, you ain't gonna disrespect Martin Luther King around me. And it ain't got to do with no dick riding. It ain't got to do with me, whatever. But,
Hey man, we ain't got that many heroes. You know what I'm saying? You can't disrespect our heroes. We ain't got too many. I take it personally.
You remember that Biggie lyric?
Which
You're
one?
nobody till somebody kills you.
yeah.
Somebody kill you, bro.
Yeah.
He's still nobody to me.
Yeah, man. So
It's been
you know he ruffled a lot of feathers, man. But
You know, when it come down to Martin Luther King,
Again, I thought it was like clickbait. I thought he was just trying to just bring attention. That's all.
just certain brothers you're not gonna disrespect in front of me. Him and DJ Screw at the top of the list.
DJ Screw and Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
we need to get
DJ
that shirt. We need to get that shirt.
Nah,
man.
him and DJ Screw at the top. Yeah. And that's not a joke. I
That's
mean,
not a joke. I know
I
you
mean,
serious
you
about
know
your
me in
business.
real life.
Yeah.
I
He's serious.
I watched the nigga at TSU talk about the nigga mama. He was like, you know what, I'm too old for that. That same nigga I heard somebody talk about DJ Screw, he slapped the nigga in the mouth. I put this on everything I love. If I didn't see it, I wouldn't have believed it. I was like, yeah, niggas don't play with that nigga down
DJ
there.
Screw, man. Man, that's crazy, man. But let's segue to the next topic. You know, we always like to get a little juicy pause.
Yeah, that
So y'all need to grow up. I didn't know my surroundings isn't all mature.
Tom said something about little things earlier. I ain't know nobody commented.
We need to grow up. We need to grow up.
Nah, Cam and Mason fucked everybody behind them, man. Shout out to them niggas, man.
Shout out to Cam and Mason.
I'm so tired of pause.
Hey, them cats are funny.
I can't help but laugh, dog. You be hilarious. I'm like, you can't say shit around here.
Nah, you can't. Everything is
Oh,
suspect.
God.
Let's get to our last topic, man. We're gonna finish it with really it's something probably the most current of a lot of the things that we talked about outside of the possible serial killer in Houston. Let me put my quotation allegedly. Cardi B flexes her new pregnancy still while legally married, while Stephon Diggs allegedly has another kid on the way. How y'all feel about this? Because you know, she's dropping a new album. She says she feel empowered.
Well, be careful. We in women's business. You know how that is. You know,
Man, I gotta say something. We got something to say.
I don't want nobody to get offended.
Look. I'm gonna say this. We talk to men. We talk to women. I'm gonna say this to the women. Women, divorcing your husband, getting pregnant with another man, or going screwing another man is not a flex. It's not a flex.
But you just said she wasn't divorced.
No, but I'm just saying, period. Whether she was divorced or not, it's just like you thinking that you hurting. I feel like in this situation that she's trying to hurt Offset. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like she's trying to flex this in his face or whatnot. But I'm saying to the women that thinks that this kind of behavior is a flex, it's not a flex. And so, you know, I seen a lot of people applaud the pregnancy and was happy, and you know, I found out a couple of days later he got another kid on the way, and I was just like, hold on, Cardi, you left a man because he cheated on you to get with another man that cheated on you? Like, you got to make it make sense, and then you want to turn around, and she allegedly said that it was more than cheating. That's the reason why she left him. She had to go to the hospital, and he was just stressing her out so much. So, fellas, I was just really surprised at all the different reactions, but I seen a lot of people like applauding this. Hey, just because you got money and you can take care of your kids don't mean that what you do is a good thing, is a genuine thing. And that's kind of how I feel about it. Coach, talk to me. Go ahead, open it up.
There's an audience for everything I see these days. That's what I'm saying. It's an audience for everything. So there's a market for what she's selling. She got an album coming out.
That's
I
what
see
it seemed like. It seemed like a marketing plot.
Yeah. And then, you know, people like Beef. So I guess you got, you know, I think he dropped some stuff trying to do subliminal, and you know, she dropping stuff back and forth. So
this is crazy. That's crazy, bro.
I just think it's more clickbait.
And this is what people are drawn to. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's the sad thing about it. A lot of people are drawn to this kind of lifestyle and this kind of culture. Marcus, man.
Just need to heal. Need to heal.
Just need to heal.
Just need to heal.
It was just surprising. You know, raising black daughters. It's just surprising that like some of the women that I respect, most educated, and they say like she says she speaks their language. She speaks they think she says what they don't say,
She's
and
a
what they
leader.
all.
She a leader.
Yeah, and I didn't know when they became the role models and the leaders.
Remind
but
you, stripper.
it just lets you know or shows you that it's all by design to lift that type of
Yeah.
character up and to diminish other characters. So
Is she considered like the biggest loving hip hop star?
She probably is. Yeah. She's seen as a superstar.
Yeah.
She's seen as a super. D, when you heard the news, man.
Loving hip hop.
This shit is fucking comical, dude. We are literally living in a real life Twilight fucking zone.
It's like a reality
So
show.
I'm gonna ask you a question. We talking about women, we talking about horse mentality.
Damn.
I'm like,
It depends on who you talking about.
So here's the thing. This is the same woman that live streamed her taking a shit.
Damn.
I didn't even know that.
Damn. Either.
Wow.
This is the same woman that used to plot on cats when she was stripping or whatever
Yeah, I
and
know
Drug
about
drug
that.
them
and rob
and rob them. This is the same woman that called black man niggas and she ain't even black.
Yeah.
So
Knew that.
this is I'm sorry. It's the same female. Remember what I told you?
Okay.
Because women are different. Black women are in a whole different criteria. Unfortunately, black women don't even get that. They relating to some so-called fame or whatever that they feel like she's speaking our language. If she really is speaking your language, you operate on horse mentality.
Yeah.
You still married. It's a protocol to shit.
Yeah. It's the way you do stuff.
Get divorced. Go out here, suck and fuck all you want. Now, here's my thing. When that kid and all her other kids get old enough to understand how to use the internet, and they peers are knowing who they are in school, man, look at your mama on doing this. Look at your mama doing that. They don't even realize the horse decisions that are made. And I ain't gonna be a hypocrite. There was once in my time that I enjoyed horse. It was a dark.
Can't live without him.
But they all think they can be Kim Kardashian.
First of all, that's like that subject I just said. I ain't got shit to talk about.
Okay.
That's ground zero for black dick.
well, we know it's not going anywhere because it's always been
Yeah.
here. It's
So it's just like, and I'm like, what did you expect
Yeah.
with that brother doing his thing?
Yeah.
What you expect? You thought he was finna settle down with you?
And that was for me that was
It's just another whore he scored. That's it.
I'm just like you said this man was a serial cheater, and everybody knew that Stephon Diggs was a serial cheater.
But you know what? He didn't lie. He's always been
Who he is.
And women respect when you tell them the truth.
You been
Rather
saying
than
that?
you-
been saying that?
Rather than you try to act like you something else.
It is.
Most of them do, Marcus, but we all been in situations. You tell a motherfucker the truth. Once they feelings get involved, fuck whatever truth you had. You know what I'm saying?
Feelings do change.
You can be like, I got a wife, I got a girlfriend, I got this going on, but we can still whatever, and they cool
But you
with it.
carry a level of respect. Like, no matter what they do on their feelings, what are you about? Are you a man that speaks, or are you just trying to tell them what they want to hear? Once you stand with you're gonna always be able to.
I
get
think
something.
I think we all adjust depending on the situation. It have been sometimes I done just told a motherfucker what they want to hear just to get what I want.
You got to pivot.
Just like they probably didn't fuck with me because they know, I know this nigga gonna keep some weed on him. I know this nigga gonna keep some. His fat ass gonna want to go somewhere to eat. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they just wanted to hang out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Like the game is the game, dog. But
It's all transactional.
that's how it's portrayed now. Now, I guess when you find that person that you equally yoke with, who you supposed to be with, because I got some partners, they've been married for years. I never seen them and their wife have an argument. Now, what they do behind closed doors, that's how you supposed to do. If I don't know about it, that means you're doing it right.
yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
to circle back to what we was talking about, and I'm kind of like Damien on this one. Like, I don't really give a fuck to talk about it, but just unfortunately, man, niggas, we like to put the biggest bullshit on display, dog, and it irks my soul because some of you hoes, if this was your partner and your same friend circle, you would drag this hoe. I know enough of y'all in real life. Y'all would drag this. Bitch, you still married to that nigga and you done got pregnant by another nigga?
Yeah.
And then I done heard then I done heard this one, well, she got money. You know how many of these NBA niggas got money and be slanging dick all around the country? But look, Anthony Edwards got money.
Yeah.
But I watched y'all say he don't even want to take care of his baby. No, he didn't want to claim him.
Yeah.
But he was willing to write $1 million check. You hoes didn't want to hear that. You didn't want to hear it. Shit, nigga, I was just hitting your mama. I don't fuck with her like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't really necessarily agree. I believe in, because I don't believe in abortion. That's just me, unless you've been violated. That's my, if you've been violated, put it like this, if you didn't have the choice in the matter, then by all means, you know what I'm saying, go get the vacuum. But if that's not the case, you know what I'm saying, nah, bro, you lay down with that woman, you take care of that baby, and you do your motherfucking shit. And I believe with Cardi B and Offset, she a hood hoe, he a hood nigga. Y'all already kind of knew who each other was, and I'm sure it was some love there. Hell, you let the nigga put 3 babies in you.
Yeah.
And let's be real. Maybe Offset was telling her, you know what, man, I'm going to try to settle down. Some niggas ain't got no discipline. And I ain't excusing Offset from this shit neither. Because for the most part, this is what we do know. When when everything was copacetic, despite her reputation, and I agree with everything being said, I'm one of these niggas. Once I heard you used to drug niggas to do this, there's no way in the world I would even been around you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wouldn't even associate myself with you. Everybody got a red flag. Everybody got a bottom line. You know what I'm saying?
Some people
if I know you one of them, look, if I know you want, I worked with this girl that when she was a teenager, she said it. When I was a teenager, I accused the man of, SA. You feel me? I never said another word to her. Because if you're willing to throw somebody under the jail because of an accusation, you know what I'm saying? You didn't care about this man's future. If you was willing to destroy somebody like that, and as far as I'm concerned, there is no, oh man, enough time to pass. Because now, if you willing to lie about something like that, it's still in you. Yeah. But like I said, that's a red flag. Now, if somebody else want to gamble and take a chance on you, hey. But for me, as far as this, we just watching the circus, dog. Yeah. We just watching the circus, fool. That's all this fucking is, dog. Y'all pick and choose when y'all want Cardi to be black. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious, dog. It's hilarious, fool. Like 1 minute, she ain't black, she don't speak for all black. But then as soon as she come out with a new song, you hoes quote. Look, that's one thing about the niggas. We know the niggas trifling. We still like their music though. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to have 11 baby mamas like Future. We know what it is, but we can separate the man from the music. Yeah. Y'all really be trying to live through this hoe. Yeah. She ain't y'all. Y'all ain't her. So for y'all unfriending people for opinions about that, is that crucial? Is that what we come to with that man? Them goofy people gonna do goofy shit, and I've come to the point to where I just don't tune into it. Just my algorithm's so fucked up that shit I just happen to be in the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I have to speak on it being a comedian at times, but it's just
I seen your algorithm. I seen your algorithm.
I done changed a lot. You know what
I'm saying? I seen one nice brown.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
And I don't even be posting them like that no more, but that motherfucker, I said, she very classy though.
Yeah, very classy, very classy. Very classy, man. Fellas.
Bottom line though, don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Bottom line, this society is watered down marriage.
Yeah, man.
Marriage is just a cliche statement. And for that situation, that's living proof.
Yeah.
Not only did you not get your divorce, you went and fucked some dude.
Why you pregnant?
Married. No,
why you was pregnant at first? She was pregnant. And
she was pregnant when she was fucking around at first.
At first, yeah.
Oh, well. It just proved my point.
just more insult to injury.
Hey, man. It is what it is,
Yeah.
man. You know, at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Hey, my I ain't gonna say stepdad. My brother's stepdad said to me years ago when I was playing ball in South Carolina. I went up to visit them in North Carolina, and he said, "Man, you good looking young man. Why you ain't got all these?" Because he was in the Navy back in the day, older cat. He said, "Why you ain't got all these women after you?" I was like, "I got shit to do." He said, "Man, when I was young, man, I used to put them in the 4F club. You ever heard it? Find them, fool them, fuck them, and forget them."
Heard that. I've heard that.
You heard that? That sound like an old player.
Hey,
Yeah.
it is what
Macaroni
it is.
Tony.
Hey.
Yeah, man. It's just
It's sad, man. It's sad. I just pray that, you know, people don't look up to those type of things, and don't glorify negative things. I just the whole situation from the beginning, like even before she officially got to dating with Stephon Diggs, I seen it was just a mess. I seen it was just gonna be a shit show. So, you know,
Stephon Diggs, this the same nigga, bro. And this ain't me hating. This the same nigga when they was interviewing teammates in the locker room. Who the one nigga on the team you wouldn't want your sister to date, bro?
that.
and he still
And
kept
it was across the board, which just shows you at the end of the day, bro. Like,
Bro, them
Like,
teammates was looking like
look,
they had some personal stuff going on.
Because at the end of the day, fool, if he got a reputation like that,
and you chose him.
but see, that just shows you.
But most women
He
would do
probably probably out here, you know what I'm saying, lining them up, and he probably out here just slanging it, bro.
Bro, one teammate
And,
was
you
like,
know,
I don't even want to say it.
and he probably got a reputation for that. So them hoes probably like, I know he a trifling ass nigga, I know this. But girl, they say he can go rounds. You know what I'm saying? Hoes think the same way when it come down to certain shit. So, oh, he was like that with them other ones. He'll change for me. You know what I'm saying? Look, Stephon Diggs is just doing. I'm not even mad at Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is just doing what Stephon Diggs been doing.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
you knew what type of nigga he was when you got with him. So,
Yeah, he changed already.
so you know what I'm saying?
Change draws.
He gonna and look. And before 2027, he probably gonna have about 1 or 2 more babies.
Yeah. That's what's crazy.
I can't believe, dude, we worked too hard to get where we were when we were pursuing that. And I'm just like, y'all throwing this shit away on kids.
It's gonna
that
come back
you
and nip
not
him in the
even gonna
butt.
be in
It'll
their
come back and nip him in the butt.
Well, man, what's the easiest thing to, you know?
always been.
It's
always been like
gonna
that.
Yeah, since the beginning of time, man. The opposite sex always gonna be a motherfucker for most people. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
gonna be that one woman
It's gonna be
or
that
that
vice.
or that one man.
Be that
and
vice.
then as I've gotten older, what I've tried not to do is don't let my 1 or 2 bad experiences with one girl overshadow the majority. Because the majority of people really ain't out here doing too much of nothing. You know what I'm saying? They to themselves, or they probably just married low key. You know what I'm
Or they
saying?
tired.
Man, I'm like this. There are some. I choose wrong. Like when I see and I'm like, oh yeah, I need that. So now I start letting people pick for me, and now that they pick for me, I get the cream of the crop. But if I'm like going on my own,
You know you choose wrong.
yeah, my history. So, like, well, for example, what if the person that's putting all these people or women in the the bayou, what if there's a certain thing about that person and they're attracted to, and they all just keep going to this damaging thing or this damaging person, like
that they're drawn to it.
yeah.
Yeah. You right, man.
Because, you know, some of us, you know, me, you know, I used to be, as long as you had a fat ass, I can work with anything else. You know what I'm saying? My standards wasn't high at all. You feel me? I just be like, man, just look at her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so what she called me a hoe ass nigga? She didn't mean that shit. She didn't mean that. Yeah, she was drunk, bro. Like, she was drunk, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You don't know her like I know her, bro. Nah, but love. She really loved me. Yeah. But then it got
Now we look at who the energy that they bring into our life.
Nah, fool. Your integrity, like my dad said, bro. My dad always, everybody got their parents' favorite. My dad always used to say, bro, fool, don't let nobody, man, woman, or child, compromise your integrity or your manhood.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to work, do what that boss tell you to do. He might yell at you. He might come at you a certain way. Because at the end of the day, that's his shit. As long as you don't as long as he don't compromise your integrity or your manhood, you deal with the rest of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, because that's at the end of the day, that's all you got. And one more before we get up out of here. Every day before I used to go to school, I need my name to be as clean as it was when you left this house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you don't go out there and do no bullshit, because when you do something, it don't affect you. It affect your mama and it affect me.
Yeah.
And if my name is fucked up because of shit you did, that's your ass. You know what I'm saying? So I just always try to take that with me, even though I done fell short a few times in my life. But overall, I think I'm a pretty fair dude. I think I'm pretty, you know what I'm saying, level-headed. I try my best to do the right thing. And I just try to, you know, not to be too judgmental, but I'm one of the motherfuckers, I'd rather learn from somebody else's mistakes than my own. Everybody
up.
always say, experience is the best teacher. I don't need to have three baby mamas to realize this ain't for me. I didn't watch a couple of my niggas go through it, and I see the I see you niggas crying about going to child support court. I look, lesson learned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's real, man. It's real. Tom, you got anything you want to end us out with? You straight?
Nah, I think everything said we need to be said.
Go Ravens.
Yeah. We don't know where we gonna go right now. I don't know.
Hey, y'all got a
man.
big matchup, man. I'm gonna see what y'all gonna do against Kansas City, man.
I don't know.
You
Y'all
don't
gotta
seem
show up, man.
you don't seem confident right now, man. I don't like this. I don't like this body language. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Marcus? What you want to end us out with, man?
My final thoughts is whether you are a believer or non-believer, know that there are natural laws of putting good things out there to the universe, and it'll come to you. You put enough bad stuff out there, don't be surprised when they come knocking at your door. What is that? KRS-One always said, use your GUN, God, universe, nature. Sometimes they try to take everything away from us, but long as you have that, know that there are certain things that are just by nature, that
Universal principles, man.
yeah. I think one of y'all said something about that karma thing. It's real.
Yeah, karma, real. Just Damon, what you got for us till next time, man?
Something I had a conversation with somebody before we got started. And I just told him about a situation we were dealing with. Hey, man, all people got to do is the fucking right thing and follow through on your word.
Be a man or woman of your word.
That's it.
It's big. I try to make sure I do that. My word got to be 100. That's what's up. Chuck, you straight? You good to go?
Yeah, man, just block out the bullshit. With that being said, fuck the Cowboys.
Hey, until next time, this is At the End of the Day podcast. We gonna see y'all later, and we out.
What a way to end it. Pretty sure Alfred smiled at that.
Too hard. Yes.